Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you guys tuning back into the clubhouse. Today, what I got for you guys is a little bit different of a style that I'm used to posting on the YouTube channel. What I'm showcasing today is my movement settings along with guides and tips and tricks on how to move around the map at a rapid pace. A lot of my viewers are curious on how I move around the map so fast, so I figured I'd make a movement settings and a guide for you guys. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys changed any of these settings and if they helped you out. Like I said, this is a different style of video that I'm posting today, so let me know if you guys want to see more of these in the future. I also want to give a quick shout out to the notification gang, baby. If you guys enjoyed this type of content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the video, and check out my live streams when I'm live on twitch.tv/dingers so you can interact with me and the community live. See you there. First and foremost, let's start out with the settings. What I do want to highlight is you guys should be taking advantage of the quick settings in the menu. This allows you to favorite any setting you want, making it a little bit easier to track down. Instead of having to chase down controller settings in advance and going deep down into the dark depths of the settings, you can have your favorite settings and your most used settings that you change right at the tip of your fingers. So what I usually have is I have push to talk if I want to switch between push to talk and open mic, my in-game text chat, my server latency, and things like that. These are all things that I have in my quick settings. Now moving on to the most important part of the video is going to be the controller settings. So my button layout that I play with my PS4 controller is tactical flipped. So that means I shoot with my bumpers instead of my triggers. That's pretty much it right here. I also play with no controller vibration. I play on 8.8 sensitivity with ADS sensitivity multiplier 0.8. And this is a setting that you guys should play around with as well. If you guys still have this on 1.0, I don't think it's beneficial to keep this at 1.0 like on default. So play around with it from 90 to 80 to 70 to see which best fits your playstyle. Sensitivity multiplier, don't really have anything right there. ADS sensitivity. Aim down sight behavior, hold. Obviously I play controller. Now here's where it gets interesting, ladies and gentlemen. I do play on automatic tactical sprint, which basically means, now this is a setting that's going to take some time getting used to. As soon as you move your left thumbstick up, it's going to make you do the automatic tactical sprint. So instead of double clicking your left stick twice to get that tactical sprint, all you have to do is move it once to get the sprint. Another very important setting to have on is prioritize interact instead of tap to reload. Basically, prioritize interact helps you loot and grab things in game faster. So instead of holding square to open up a loot box, all you have to do is tap it, and all you have to do is press square to grab the gun off the ground instead of sitting there waiting to hold it and losing time. I also have my armor plate behavior apply on all. Let's go into the advanced controller settings. Aim response curve type, you definitely want to have this on dynamic. ADS sense multiplier focus 1.0. Input dead zones. These are my dead zones that I use, guys. 0.05 on left and right stick minimum. My left stick max is 0.80, which basically means all you need is 80% of your left stick going up to get that tactical sprint. That's why automatic tactical sprint is the way to go. Right stick max, you got it at 99, and my left and right trigger is 0.13. Other than that, you don't need gyro settings really at all. I'm just gonna go down the list. Grounded mantle is a very important setting. Make sure you have that off. And another key setting to have on is invert slide and dive behavior. This basically means you have to tap the right stick to dive and hold the slide instead of the inverse. So this makes it easier to dive building to building and as well as pull the parachute at a rapid pace. Another key setting to have is plunge freely underwater. This allows you to jump right out of the water instead of having to mantle everything. Parachute auto deploy, that's pretty much personal preference. I have it off, and everything else is pretty streamlined. Now onto my graphics settings. I'm just gonna go down the list for you guys to copy down. Fidelity cast, I have mine at 80. Video memory scale, make sure you guys don't have this all the way to 90. That's really bad for your system. Basically what you want to do is play around with it from 50 to 80, I'd say. I have mine on 50. I just found that my PC runs best on 50. Now, for the most part, everything's pretty much low or short. Just copy it down. Make sure you have on-demand texture streaming off. Don't want that nonsense. Spot cache, make sure you have that on high. Ambient occlusion off. Just throwing it on the list. NVIDIA reflex low latency. I'm no expert on this, but if you have if you don't have the best computer, make sure this is on plus boost. If you have a decent computer, make sure it's just on. And definitely turn off weapon motion blur and world motion blur. Film grain to 0, and that's pretty much it there. FOV, I play on 120 affected. I have my weapon field of view wide, my third person field of view 90, and vehicle field of view wide. Camera movement, you want this on least 50%. And that's pretty much it over there. For my audio settings, what I use is headphone bass boost. I have my master volume at 66, don't ask why. And these are basically the rest of my audio settings, nothing too crazy over here. For my interface, I have my menu text on larger just so I can see. My custom color, I don't use any custom colors. I have subtitles on just because I like to hear if there's a precision airstrike. I can see the text at the bottom to notify me if I don't see the in-game notification. I have my vertical and horizontal HUD on 45, and what the HUD does is basically you can make it closer to the center of your screen so you don't have to look way in the corner in the top left to just see your mini-map. This kind of condenses it and makes it a little bit more centered on your screen. I have my mini-map shaped square, my crosshair is static, my center dot on, and that's pretty much it for the interface. All right, other than that, those are my settings. Let's get into a couple of examples. So I just want to show you guys a couple of examples of the settings I told you guys to change. For example, plunge freely. This allows you to jump out of the water like this. If you go down and you hit jump right out of the water. Oh my God, I did mess it up right there. Like that. That's how you do it. So it basically makes it easier to not only get out of the water, but you skip the whole mantling process. So sort of like that. Now another thing I want to show an example of is the prioritize interact. So see how I'm running around at a rapid pace. I'm clicking square and I'm looting. I'm just clicking and clicking and clicking. If you guys don't have prioritize interact on, basically you have to hold square to loot all this stuff. Instead, you can just go at a rapid pace, spam square, whatever your looting button is, and just grab it all and keep running. And here's where I want to showcase the invert slide and dive behavior. Say if there's somebody over here across the way and you down them and you need to get to them really quickly. You can basically, all you have to do, no way. No way! So here's where I want to showcase the invert slide and dive behavior. Say if you're in a gunfight with somebody across the way and you down them somehow, you hit a one-shot headshot. You want to dive off this ledge, pull your chute, and that way it gives you a little bit more of a boost to get to where you want to go. So you can get up here at a rapid pace, boom shakalaka, take your guy out. So basically, you know, sliding it's better than it was, but it's not as useful as diving. So I'd highly recommend inverting your slide and dive behavior. So you tap to dive and you hold to slide.